It's a real grand final feeling down here. It's exciting, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yes, thank you. Real finals atmosphere, if we can use that much-used phrase.
I was pretty excited that Fremantle came into the competition. I thought that was great for WA football. Yeah, the build-up and the pressure on us as a team, it was just written up constantly that we were expected to win. Everyone pretty much knew we would win with the talent we had in our squad, and Fremantle being such a young squad.
First ever derby was, for me, was a game that I really wanted to play in, and it was just because of that historic sort of moment, similar to the '92 grand final. The first derby was always going to be the first ever game played, which would always become a great rivalry in footy.
End of '94, I came out of contract actually, and so did a few of us Fremantle boys, you could say, and John Worsfold, Glenn Jakovich and that. And I know the club swooped on us fairly quickly to sign us up because my actual uncle was on the board of the original board of Fremantle, and you know, they were looking at a couple of players from here, and I was one, and I know John was.
Yeah, I remember it well. I think Brett Heady kicked 5 and Craig Turley took a screamer on the wing, and John Worsfold terrified them, and it was the new kids on the block. It was a pretty tough initiation for them.
My recollection of the day was I just wanted to perform again because it was such a special day in WA sporting history, and really the first time in Perth that we played in front of a crowd that had two sides to it.
Well, the build-up was massive. It was a bit like you take it back to the family sort of environments, like big brother and little brother. Little brother sitting on the couch, he's in position A, big brother steps into the lounge room and says, "Hey, bugger off, champ, this is my spot, so get out." And so being young kids, and look, Gold Coast coach this year, this is going to be no different to our side, so I understand that.
I'll never forget Woosha intimidating the likes of Winston Abraham, and you know, we were a professional outfit, we were well seasoned, we were down the road, and it was a little bit like lambs to slaughter in some respect, but there was certainly no feelings of any compassion or taking it easier on the junior crosstown rivals.
It was funny because, you know, being Fremantle and being from Fremantle with South Fremantle, and there's a few South Fremantle players that played for West Coast. You know, playing against Freo it was a bit strange, but we all thought that no way are they going to come into our ground and beat us. So we just knew it was war, and to this day it's still war against both sides. So for us, that first game, there's nothing left in the tank. We just gave them everything, and it just showed on the scoreboard that we were the better side.
The dumbest thing we did was not lose early on, but not that it was spoken about, but after about the 8th or the 9th and the 10th one in a row, we started looking around the change rooms going, "No, boys, today, you don't want to be part of that first West Coast side to lose." I think I was captain. I was captain or acting captain, I forget whether Woosha retired, but in one of those positions. But I actually say Maney was the first captain to lose it because he was playing his 200th game. He was actually acting captain that day, so I'm not the first captain to lose one.
And obviously a special day for myself. I managed to take a couple of good marks, you know, kick 5 goals or 6 goals or whatever it was on the day. Sat on Turles' head, you know, which I keep telling everyone I had icicles on my fingers when I came down, and they asked me after the game, you know, what my recollection was. I said, well, I saw the first set down at Trig, and it was about 3 foot, you know, over the top of the 3-tier stand. So I don't think anyone took any of that too seriously. But the fact that I jumped on Turles' head and he patted him on the head to say well done, I thought was amazing sportsmanship, and to run out winners by a massive amount for those bragging rights was just huge.
Peter Wilson will get the last touch of the football as the West Coast Eagles, the reigning champions, say, "Hey, we're still here," in a mighty performance in this history-making event. 151 to 66. It really was a wonderful effort. Brett Heady booted 5 goals. Jason Ball kicked 3. Tony Evans kicked 3. Tooted on Pike, Daniel Metropolis and Craig Turley. A massive 85-point win. The West Coast Eagles, 23-13, 151, are jubilant. So too are their fans. Fremantle 9-12, 66.